EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.
What's up, guys? It's J2B Gaming here, and today we have the 7th episode of our Würzburg Road to Glory. And to start this episode off, we're going to be looking at our youth academy. Our first scout we will be sending to Uruguay to find some defensive-minded players. Our second scout we will send to Argentina to find some playmakers. And our third scout we will be sending to Chile to find some physically strong players. Looking at the team, currently we are now a 3.5 star team. We have a 72 rated offense, a 72 rated midfield, and a 71 rated defense. For this season, I will be looking to possibly line up in a 5-3-2. We'll have Mueller in goal, we'll have Decker at right back, Hemmerich, Martinson, and Lubicic at center backs, with Thomason at left wing back. We'll have Sontheimer at defensive mid, with Kurishvili and Vega at outside center mids, and we'll have Schmidt and Baker up top. One player that we have sold at the beginning of the season is Gabriel Desmet. He will be joining past Gluisi for $1.1 million. We have also loaned out Shen Chang, as he will be going out on a 1-year loan to Aberdeen. We now have the first game of the season as we host Nuremberg at the Flyer Alarm Arena. For this game, we will be lining up in a 5-3-2. I have made a couple of changes, however, as I have dropped Schmidt and I have put Kurishvili at striker and moved Kawakami to the other center mid. Nuremberg will be lining up in a 4-2-3-1. In the 4th minute, Nuremberg have the ball in our box. It is crossed in. Hemmerich is able to clear that first header away. Thomason then fails to clear the second ball away. They are then able to possess the ball in our box. We cannot make the first tackle before their player is sitting there and it falls to his feet as he puts it into the back of the net in the 6th minute to put Nuremberg up 1-0. In the 16th minute, Nuremberg have a goal kick. The keeper is then able to kick it up. We were able to win the first header, however, we are not able to win the second ball, as Nuremberg are now looking to counterattack us essentially. They are building the ball up very well in our half. They are then able to make a couple of good passes. Martinson then goes to step and challenge the ball. He does a good job of delaying but not getting it away. Then Kawakami is caught in defense, and the ball is crossed into the back post as Nuremberg score to make it 2-0 in the 19th minute. In the 54th minute, we had an opportunity to go forward, however we lose that opportunity, and Nuremberg look to counterattack us immediately. Ball gets played into their winger, is then played through and behind the defense to their attacking mid. They then get the ball out wide. We do not step to the ball before we end up losing our marker. Hemmerich is able to clear it away, however we cannot win the second ball. It is then played onto the top of their box. They then play it into their striker, who knocks it across, and their player puts it into the back of the net in the 57th minute as we go down 3-0 to Nuremberg. In the 65th minute, we look to knock the ball up top, however Kurishvili cannot win the header. Nuremberg then look to counterattack us right away. Hemmerich then makes a rash challenge and then is put into the back of the net by their player, as we are now down 4-0 in the 67th minute. In the 74th minute, Nuremberg again have the ball in their attacking third. We win the first ball, however Kurishvili has a bad touch on the second ball. Then Nuremberg look to counterattack us. We fail to make the first challenge. Martinson then has to come over. He cannot make a challenge before it is put into the back of the net off the post, as we are now down 5-0 in the 76th minute. At full time, we would lose 5-0. This is definitely the worst result we can have to start a season. However, it can only go up from here. We now have a pair of youth players that we are promoting, and the first of which is Giuseppe Mariani. He is a defensive-minded left back from Italy. He is a 63 overall with a potential of 82-94. Mariani is an exciting prospect, so we will be keeping him around as he could be a good player for us in the future. The second player that we are promoting is Jong-Soo Chang. He's a technically gifted South Korean left mid. He is a 65 overall with a potential of 90-94. Chang does have potential to be special, so we definitely will make sure that we get him plenty of playing time and that he plays well, as he could be a very, very good player for us in the future. One player that we have sold is Sung Soo Oh, and he will be joining Al Hazem for $1 million. We have also sold Mats Scholes to Sepsby OSK for $650,000. We now are going to be promoting another pair of youth players, and the first of which is Sergio Soria. He is a playmaking attacking mid from Argentina. He is a 64 overall with a potential of 70 to 94. Soria is only showing great potential, so I will be looking to sell him. Another player we're promoting is Manuel Carrizo. He is a playmaking center mid from Argentina. He is a 65 overall with a potential of 68 to 92. Manuel Carrizo is not even showing great potential, as we will look to sell him this season. We have a little bit of transfer news, as we have sold Joachim Lenner to Morecambe for $170,000. We now have our first DFB Pokal game as we travel to face Braunschweig. Braunschweig will be lining up in a 4-4-2. After the 5-3-2 has definitely not been working at all, I decided to switch us to a 4-3-3 holding, as we will have Mueller in goal, Decker at right back, Luicic and Martinson at center backs, Thomason at left back, Sontheimer at defensive mid, Vega and Kawakami at center mids, Schmidt at right wing, Krishvili at left wing, and Backer up top. In the 27th minute, we have the ball in our back line. Thomason then gets the ball in space as he dribbles at the defender. He then plays Krishvili in behind the defense. Krishvili gets behind one player. He then knocks it across for Backer, who puts it into the back of the net to put us up 1-0 in the 28th minute. In the 35th minute, Braunschweig have a corner. We are able to clear away the first attempt. We are not able to get the second attempt away, however, we are able to get the ball away eventually, as we now look to counterattack. The ball is played into Sontheimer, who plays Krishvili in behind the defense. Krishvili uses his pace to stay ahead of the defenders before he's able to smash it into the side netting to put us up 2-0 in the 38th minute. In the 75th minute, Braunschweig crosses the ball into the box. It then goes too far, and then Decker, our right back, is able to get on the ball and dribble. He's able to shield the ball away from the defender before it's played into Sontheimer. Sontheimer then dribbles with the ball as he finds Kawakami. Kawakami then is able to dribble before he plays Schmidt in behind the defense. Schmidt is running at the end line. He crosses it in. The first attempt does not go. However, Vega is able to win back the clearance. We are then able to do some quick combination. Backer then looks to turn his defender before he is taken down in the box for a penalty in the 79th minute. As you can see here, it was a good turn by Backer, as he was able to draw the penalty, as we now have a chance to seal the game. The player now to step up to take the penalty will be Krishvili, as we look to put it into the bottom left corner. He steps up, the keeper does not move, and Krishvili converts his penalty to put us up 3-0 in the 80th minute. In stoppage time in the second half, Braunschweig have the ball deep in our area. We then look to clear it away. Michael Bradley's touch is then not good enough as they combine in the box and put it into the back of the net to make the score 3-1 in the dying moments of the game. At full time, we would go on to win 3-1 thanks to a goal from Backer and 2 goals from Krishvili as we knock Braunschweig out of the DFB Pokal, but more importantly, we advance to the second round. We now have some transfer news as we have sold Dave Nassi to FC Basel for $6 million. We've also sold Manuel Carrizo for $1 million to Veracruz. Maximilian Vestatade will also be leaving us as he has joined Gazbeten Medias for $890,000. I was able to find this amazing player from Huddersfield Town. He is a 20-year-old English striker. We bought him for $21.9 million. He has 94 pace and he has 4-star skills, so he definitely is a player that we're going to keep for a long time, as he is an exciting prospect. As Gubbins did cost a lot of money, we are going to be selling some youth players that I just feel like won't be good enough for us right now, but could be in the future, but we need the money. And the first player that will be leaving us is Jorn Vogel, as he will be joining Dijon FCO for $2.45 million. We will now be promoting 3 youth players, the first of which is Alexandre Mirieles, as he is a technically gifted right mid from Portugal. He is a 60 overall with a potential of 80 to 86. Mirieles is only showing great potential, so we will be looking to sell him this season. The second player we are promoting is Rafael Carvajal. He's a 5'8" technically gifted right mid from Argentina. He is a 62 overall with a potential of 69 to 94. Carvajal is an exciting prospect, so we will be keeping him at the club. The third player we are promoting is Tigre Solheim. He's a defensive-minded left back from Norway, as he is 6'4" and he is a 59 overall with a potential of 79 to 85. We now have a league game as we travel to face Unterhaching. Unterhaching will be lining up in a 4-4-2. For this game, we will continue to line up in that 4-3-3 holding. The only changes we have made is Backer has moved from striker to center mid, as Gubbins will now be playing our striker. The game would end up finishing 0-0. This was definitely a chance for us to get some points, as we do look to go for promotion this season. However, it is still a draw, so we still get 1 point. One player that we have sold is Lucas Batter, as he will be joining Salford City for $490,000. We have loaned out Rafael Carvajal for 2 years to SD Ponferradina. We now have a little bit of bad news, as Luke Decker has broken his elbow and he is going to be out for 2 months. We will now be promoting 2 youth players, and the first of which is Vincent Lovato. He is a technically gifted striker from Spain. He is a 62 overall with a potential of 89 to 94. Vincent Lovato is showing potential to be special, so we definitely will keep him, as he could be a good strike partner with Gubbins. The second youth player we are promoting is Jesus Herrado. He's a technically gifted attacking mid from Argentina. He's a 64 overall with a potential of 76 to 94. Surprisingly, Gerardo has potential to be special. He will not be playing for us for maybe a year or 2. However, in the 3rd season from now, he could be a very good player for us. We have a little bit of transfer news now, as we have sold Alexandre Mireles to Bradford City for $590,000. We now return to some action as we travel to face Kaiserslautern. Kaiserslautern will be lining up in a 4-1-4-1. For this game, I've decided to try out a new formation, as we will be lining up in a 4-3-3 attack. We'll have Mueller in goal, Sontheimer at right back, Lubicic and Martinson at center backs, Thomason at left back, Kawakami and Backer at center mids, Vega at attacking mid, Krishvili at right wing, Schmidt at left wing, with Gubbins up top. In the 12th minute, they have a goal kick. The keeper kicks it long. We lose the first header, however we win the second. We then play it back as we just look to possess the ball. Kawakami then is dribbling with the ball. He moves it out wide to Schmidt. Schmidt plays Kawakami in behind. Kawakami then is able to turn the defender before playing it into Vega. His first attempt does not go. He then plays it through to Backer, and Backer puts it into the back of the net to put us up 1-0 in the 14th minute. In the 38th minute, we are possessing the ball in our own half. The ball gets played into Kawakami. Kawakami then plays Vega. Vega is then able to dribble past one defender. He then turns back before playing it into Gubbins. Gubbins then turns to defender, and he is able to put it near post past the keeper to put us up 2-0 in the 40th minute. In the 51st minute, Mueller is able to claim a loose ball in his box. As we now get the ball and we look to counterattack, Thomason plays Kawakami. Kawakami then loses the ball. They come right back at us again. Martinson heads it, but he does not head it far away enough, as they do end up scoring to make the score 2-1 now in the 56th minute. In the 64th minute, their goalkeeper looks to kick along. Gubbins wins the first header. Schmidt is then able to win the second. He plays Gubbins in behind the defense. Gubbins then holds it up, plays it through to Schmidt. Schmidt is 1-on-1 with the keeper and calmly puts it into the back of the net to put us up 3-1 in the 65th minute. In stoppage time of the second half, Kaiserslautern have the ball in our half. They're just possessing around. They're then able to play the ball into the box. It then gets crossed into a player wide open at the back post. Mueller is able to make the first save, but the striker's second effort goes into the back of the net, as the score is now 3-2 in the 92nd minute. At full time, we would go on to win 3-2 thanks to goals from Backer, Gubbins, and Schmidt. We now have the second round of the DFB Pokal as we travel to face Freiburg. Freiburg will be lining up in a 3-4-2-1, which is a very offensive formation. I've not made any changes to the starting lineup, as I feel like this 4-3-3 attack has been working for us. In the 20th minute, Sontheimer wins the ball in the dangerous area. He then crosses it in. However, the keeper keeps it away. It is then cleared. Thompson is then able to win a header before Kawakami picks the ball up in the midfield. He cuts back. Thompson is then 1-on-1 with the defender. He decides to give it to Vega. Vega is then able to play it into Backer. Backer is then able to turn around the defender, and then he is able to put it into the back of the net off the post to put us up 1-0 in the 24th minute. this goal right here might be the best goal that we have scored in this series, just because of the pure technique and strength of Backer, as you'll see on this next replay. You can see here he's able to just not only turn around a defender, but from the top of the 18, shoot across his body into the left top corner. This is truly one of the best strikes that I've ever done on FIFA, and this definitely will be a goal that we will remember for a long time. In the 27th minute, Schmidt is able to win a header. We are then passing the ball around our back line as the ball is spread out to Sontheimer. Sontheimer then plays Backer. Backer plays it back to Ljubicic. Ljubicic plays it into Thomason. We then play it back to Mueller. Mueller then turns and plays it to Ljubicic. Ljubicic plays it out wide to Sontheimer. We are looking to escape the pressure as Backer makes a terrible pass. They then capitalize on that mistake to tie the game up at 1-1 in the 31st minute. In the 37th minute, they have a corner. However, the first corner does not go. However, they're still keeping the pressure on, and the player is completely unmarked in the box, and he puts it past Mueller to make the score now 2-1 in the 38th minute. Just before halftime, Freiburg are able to get the ball into a dangerous area now, as we cannot win the ball as we just hope to close out the half. Freiburg again are now dangerous inside our box. Martinson goes to make a first tackle, however he does not go. They're then able to play it into their striker, who puts it into the back of the net to make the score 3-1 minutes before halftime. In the 79th minute, we whip the ball in for a corner, and Martinson heads it into the back of the net. We are now only down 3-2 in the 79th minute, so if we can get another goal, we can force this to go into extra time. Unfortunately, we were not able to get that third goal, as we get knocked out of the DFB Pokal in the second round by Freiburg 3-2. A couple of days after that loss against Freiburg, we receive even more bad news as Backer has torn his hamstring and he is going to be out for the next 6 weeks. We get even more bad news as Schmidt has torn his quad and he is going to be out for 3 months. Despite Schmidt and Backer being injured for some of November, we were able to win Manager of the Month for November, as this is our first Manager of the Month award. We have made somewhat of a big transfer, as we have sold Peter Kaiser to FC Basel for $7.3 million. We now host VfL Unsenbruck at the Flyer Alarm Arena. For this game, we will be lining up in that 4-3 attack. However, we've made a couple of changes. Decker is in for right back, as Sontheimer has moved to center mid since Backer is out injured, and Chang will be in at left wing as Schmidt is out injured, and I've decided to put Krishashvili at striker, as I just feel like he is able to score more than Gubbins. Unsenbruck will be lining up in a 4-3-1. The player that we're always going to have to watch out for with them is Aguirre, their striker. In the 6th minute, Ljubicic has the ball in our box. He's then able to play it into Kawakami. Kawakami spreads it out to Decker. Decker plays it back into Sontheimer, who plays it into Vega, who plays it back to Kawakami, as our midfield is able to combine good with a triangle right there. Vega is now dribbling at the defense. He's able to play it through to Krishashvili. Krishashvili then is able to slot it into the back of the net to put us up 1-0 in the 9th minute. In the 26th minute, Unsenbruck have the ball in our box. We then are looking to win the ball back, however, Decker is not able to make the first challenge. Sontheimer then nicks the ball away from a defender, and we are now looking to counterattack. He then plays Gubbins in behind the defense. Gubbins then uses his pace to get around the defenders before he is able to curl it around the goalkeeper to put us up 2-0 in the 28th minute. In the 34th minute, we have a goal kick. Krishashvili wins the header as he plays it to Sontheimer. Sontheimer plays Kawakami. Kawakami is able to turn defender. He plays Vega. Vega plays Krishashvili in behind the defense. And just like he always does, Krishashvili puts the ball past the goalkeeper to put us up 3-0 in the 35th minute. Right after we scored that goal, we are now looking to get a 4th goal and end up sealing the game, as we are able to press the ball heavily after the half. Decker then gets it back. He plays it to Kawakami. Kawakami plays Krishashvili. Krishashvili plays Vega. Vega plays Krishashvili in behind the defense. He is 1-on-1 with the keeper. He then knocks it back for Vega, who puts it into the back of the net to put us up 4-0 in the 48th minute of the game. In the 60th minute, Unsenbruck have the ball in our half. Decker then presses to win the ball back. Sontheimer then gets the ball from Decker. Sontheimer attempts to play Vega. He is able to do so. Then Vega plays Sontheimer the ball back. Sontheimer uses his pace to get it around the defender. He cuts it back, and then he's able to curl it around the goalkeeper and put it into the side netting to put us up 5-0 in the 62nd minute. In the 68th minute, Unsenbrook crossed the ball into the box. We were then able to head it away before Gubbins wins the ball. He plays it into Vega, who plays Chang. Chang then does some skill to get past the defender before he plays Thomason. Thomason is then looking to drop the ball off. He plays Vega. Vega then plays Krishashvili, who smashes it first time to put it into the back of the net and get his hat trick as we go up 6-0 in the 71st minute. At full time, we would go on to win 6-0 as we get a very good result in the league. In a little bit of a controversial move, I've decided to loan out Sontheimer to Basel for the rest of the season, just because I feel like once Backer comes back and how well Decker's been playing, he just won't have a spot in the squad. Less controversially, I have sold Andrea Mariani to Alanspor for $1.3 million. Back to a little bit more of the controversial transfer news, I've decided to loan out Luke Hemmerich for the rest of the season to Bournemouth, as since Decker has been playing well at right back, he will take his place. We now have some youth academy news, as we are going to be promoting Alfonso Vera. He is a playmaking attacking mid from Argentina who is a 60 overall with a potential of 80 to 94. Alfonso Vera is an exciting prospect, and he can play attacking mid or center forward, so we will most likely keep him around. One player that I'm really excited about is Andres Moyano. He is a defensive-minded center mid from Uruguay. He is 6'4". He's a 61 overall with a potential of 91 to 94. Moyano does have potential to be special, so we definitely will be using him in the future. As of where, I do not know right now, but he will be a key player for us at a later date. One player that has grown in overall and is now a 60 overall is Solheim. He is only showing great potential, so I will be selling him. Michel Costa is another one of those players who has now grown to a 60 overall, and he is showing great potential, so I will most likely keep him around to be a good backup to Mueller. Heading into the month of January, we are currently 4th in the table with 37 points. Third place is on 38 points, so we are only 1 point away from having a chance of being promoted, and we are only 3 points away from being automatically promoted. Thank you all for watching this video. I post about 3 videos a day every day of all varieties, so if you want to see me post more of a specific content, let me know in the comments down below. And it's JTB Gaming, signing off.
EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.